Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you about the best revision technique to get you prepared for tests and exams and get that information into your brain and staying there. So I'll be telling you what it is and how you can use it in your study. So this revision technique has a fancy name, but it's actually something very simple that you probably already be doing, but I'll show you how to use it more effectively and different ways that you might not have thought of. So it is called, as you probably would have guessed from the title, retrieval practice. And basically what that means is you're forcing yourself to get information out of your brain without looking at any of your notes or anything. So you've probably already been doing this when you use things like flashcards and you do practice tests because you're giving yourself a question and you're trying to answer it without looking at your notes. Retrieval practice is the best study technique to get you prepared for your exams because you are being tested in your exams on your ability to remember things. So retrieval practice is doing exactly that. It's mimicking what you'll be given in an exam, which is why you do practice tests, because it's like practicing for the real test. So here are a couple of examples of how you could use retrieval practice in your study. One is obviously use past tests and practice tests because they are so useful for you. That's the closest thing you can get to what your test or exam is going to be like. So use them, like they are really important. And if you don't get given any, you can always make up your own. And I think a good way, if you're making up your own, is to swap with a friend, because they might have put something in their practice test that you actually didn't even know you had to know. If you and your friend each write a practice test for the test and then you swap your practice tests, do them and then give them back to the other person to mark, you're more likely to learn something new from doing someone else's practice test that they've written than doing one that you've written yourself. So if you have a friend who's up for that, that's a very good idea. Another thing you can obviously do is make flashcards. They are really good. It's basically like a practice test, but just one question at a time. Or I know lots of people use them for languages to learn vocab and things like that. I think languages are the thing that flashcards are most beneficial for learning your vocab. They're really good. And if you don't want to write them all out on paper, you can go on websites online. One of the most popular ones is Quizlet, which you've probably heard before. And that is good because you enter all your terms and definitions and it tests you using online flashcards and through a range of games. And then you can also do a test and it will put them into a practice test for you. So that's definitely a good resource. I'll link it down below. Talk to someone or something. Recite everything you know to your wall, your dog. It's probably best to do it to a person. So just sit your mum down and tell her everything you know about whichever topic you're studying. The reason it's good to talk to a person is because they can ask you questions back and they can interact with you. And it's really good to get that person to ask you questions, and then you'll need to explain it to them in a way that they can understand, because everybody's heard the saying, if you can't explain something simply, you don't understand it well enough. So you need to be able to explain it to someone who doesn't understand it, basically. So yeah, talking to someone else and getting them to quiz you is a really good idea. I do that with my mum and she's very annoying. She drills down, asks, why does this work? Well, why does that mean that? Well, and I'm like, oh, but it's really useful because she's making sure I understand everything really well, even though it is kind of annoying at the time. And a last tip that I thought was a really good one. So if you're doing biology or something and you need to know parts of a system, parts of, I don't even know, I don't do biology, the spine or whatever. So get a diagram of it, all labelled, and then photocopy it and white out all the labels and then see how many of them you can fill in, and that's a really good way of knowing which ones you actually know and which ones you probably need to do some more revision on. So that is all the information I have for you today on retrieval practice. I highly recommend you incorporating more of it into your study. You're probably already doing it, but maybe if I've said something today that you haven't tried before, then give that a go, because it is the best study technique to get you prepared for your tests and exams. So there's no harm in trying. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please like it if you enjoyed it and comment down below if you have any other ways that you incorporate retrieval practice into your studying. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this video for more videos like this, and check out my channel down below. You can go click on it, see what other videos I've posted if you feel like it. Thanks. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye! Enjoy your studying.